I passed a woman standing barefoot on a back road in the middle of winter. Hours later, my car stopped in that same stretch of woods, and from somewhere in the darkness beside me, she whispered, "I can see you." I'm Nicole, and this is Haunted Threads After Dark, where I read you creepy, scary, paranormal stories. So, if that's your thing, then go ahead and turn the volume up. Turn the lights down low, but whatever you do, don't look behind you. I grew up in a small southern town where some neighborhoods sit miles beyond the main roads. One of my friends, Matt, lived in a development way back in the woods, and every New Year's Eve, his parents threw a big party. The road to his house was narrow and winding, with trees packed close on both sides. About halfway down sat an old house that looked abandoned. Most of the time it was completely dark, but every once in a while, I'd swear I saw a light inside. That New Year's Eve had turned unusually cold. I was driving to Matt's with my high beams on when something white appeared ahead of me. At first, I thought it was a road sign. Then I realized it was a woman. She was standing just off the shoulder in a long white nightgown, no coat, no shoes that I could see, and she wasn't waving for help. She was just standing there. I slowed down but didn't stop. The glare from my headlights washed out most of her face as I passed. For a second, I wondered if I should turn around. I looked in the rear view mirror. She had turned. She hadn't stepped into the road or started walking. She had simply turned where she stood and was now facing the back of my car. I kept driving. The party itself was normal. People came and went all night, and I stayed late to help Matt's family clean up. When I finally went outside, my car was the only one left near the front of the house. The second I started it, the low tire pressure light came on. Cold weather had triggered it before, so I didn't think much of it. I did think about the woman, though. There was another way home, but it took much longer. I chose the short route. A few minutes later, the car started pulling hard to one side. Then came a grinding sound from underneath. I stopped. When I checked the tires with my phone light, all four were ruined. There were slices in the sidewalls, and by the time I'd kept driving on them, the tires had shredded. I tried calling Matt, no signal. I was standing beside the car trying to decide whether to start walking back when I noticed how quiet the road had become. No wind in the branches, nothing moving in the woods. Then something cracked between the trees. I shut off my phone light. Another sound came from the leaves. Closer, slow footsteps moving through the woods beside the road. Then a woman's voice came out of the darkness. "I can see you." Her voice was soft, almost casual. I didn't move. A few seconds passed. Then I heard movement again, closer. I turned my phone light back on and aimed it toward the woods. She was standing at the tree line. The same white gown was now streaked with dirt and dark stains. Her hair hung in tangled gray strands around her shoulders. She was so thin the gown seemed to hang off her. And now I could see her face. One side of her mouth and jaw looked badly damaged. Part of it looked like it simply wasn't there anymore. But somehow, she was still trying to smile at me. I ran. Yeah, I would too. I'd be out of there. I left the car and sprinted back toward Matt's neighborhood. Behind me, something crashed through the brush. She wasn't standing still anymore. She was following me. I didn't turn around again. I just kept running until I saw the lights from Matt's house and started pounding on the door. His mom let me in, and Matt and his dad came downstairs. I told them what happened. They called the police and a tow company, and Matt's parents told me I wasn't going back out there that night. Eventually, I went upstairs to the guest room. The window looked out over the roof, above the front porch. I barely slept. At some point, I woke up to a light tap against the glass. Then another. I lay there staring at the curtain. This wasn't something being thrown from the yard. The tapping was coming from right outside the window. Then I heard her voice through the glass, muffled. "Close. I found you." I never opened the curtain. I didn't move until morning. Once everyone was awake, we went outside together. Matt's dad looked up toward the porch roof. Lying beneath the guest room window was an old, rusty knife. It didn't belong to them. The police later checked out my car. All 4 tires had been cut. Then one of the people who had been at the party told Matt's parents she remembered seeing a woman in a white dress near the parked cars earlier in that evening. She had assumed she was another guest. I told the police about the abandoned house along the road. They searched it. No one was living there. But in the woods behind it, they found several dead animals that had been cut open and left around the property. They never found the woman. I still go to Matt's New Year's Eve parties. I just don't drive that road anymore. And I never go alone. So, what do you guys think that is? I don't know what it is. Again, like I've said before in my other videos, that there are so many entities and beings and things out there that, for me, it's hard to know what anything is out there unless it's like on obvious, like haunting or ghost. You know, she probably was a ghost, now that I'm thinking about it. Just, I don't know, just a really mean spirited ghost. Maybe a demon. I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and follow me here. If you also like this video, go ahead and give me a heart and bookmark it for another time if you want to watch it again. Again, I love reading your comments and I love responding to you guys, so please leave some for me. If you have a story that you would like me to read here on this channel, then go ahead and go to hauntedthreadsafterdark.com. The link is in my bio. I apologize for the mess ups. I'm a little tired right now. We just got back from Estes Park and it was a long, nice, quiet, relaxing weekend, but it wore me out and I'm tired. So I hope that you guys had a great weekend. I hope you have a great week ahead. And until tomorrow, when I bring you more nightmares, try to sleep tight if you can. Goodbye.